Rockstar Gang, what up, what up, what up? Appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Welcome to the Rockstar Report. If you're new here, make sure you pound the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new content. So before we get into today's live stream, I know I didn't go live yesterday, so I needed to address that. There's just times where since I am live every single day, Monday through Friday, even then, of course, during the season, sometimes on Sundays, I even gone live on Saturdays. And then, I'm also putting out 3 to 4 TikToks a day, or 3 or 4 TikToks, a day. And so it gets a lot. All right. It's a lot to put into. So there's just a day that I'm just like, listen, I'm not going to do any content. I'm just going to take the day off. So yesterday was my day. I took the day off, but today is different. Now, of course, I've been enjoying March Madness because who hasn't, right? Because who hasn't? My bracket's already screwed thanks to Kentucky last night. So shout out to the Wildcats on that one. But yeah, let's get into it. We got lots to talk about. Maybe I'll let some people come into the live stream today too, if that's something y'all want to do. Make sure you get in the chat. Love to hear y'all's thoughts as we go throughout today's video, or live stream, I should say. This is not a video, it's a live stream. So make sure you pound the like button, subscribe, and click that post notifications bell so you miss on new content. And of course, get in the chat, man. Get in the chat. There's 13 people watching already. No reason for y'all not to smash that like button, subscribe, and share the live. It helps out a lot. So let's dive right into it. First things first, let's talk about this. So Cam Newton reveals that whole altercation with former Kelvin Benjamin. So recently Cam Newton came out and talked about this recently in one of on his channel. In the summer of 2018, Newton's team was set to play a preseason game against the Buffalo Bills, right? And where Kelvin Benjamin, who was obviously a former wide receiver of the Carolina Panthers, was currently playing for the Bills. So apparently, however, things got a bit heated before the game, right? When Benjamin expressed some unflattered impressions, I guess, of his time with Newton in an interview that he had with The Athletic. So Benjamin claimed that he would have been more successful if he had been drafted by someone else. He's also mentioned that Carolina was a bad fit for him and that he would have performed better with a more accurate quarterback like Rodgers or Eli Manning or Big Ben. And so Newton, obviously being the curious, direct person that he is, went over to Benjamin, confronted him about his words, right? And the conversation did not go as expected, right? Benjamin showed no signs of regret. Instead, he stood by his words, and then the two parted ways without resolving the issue. But what's most interesting is that Benjamin's performance after leaving the Panthers didn't live up to expectations either, right? What did the guy do after he left here? Nothing. He did nothing, right? So the whole thing is, what's up, Day One Panthers? Appreciate you joining, man. Appreciate that. Big Arm, what's up? But again, never lived up to the expectations ever, not once. So it's just funny to me that he never came came close to the success. And honestly, he never came close to the success he had with Newton, right? His final snap came in 2018. I think this whole situation just shows that sometimes things don't go always as planned, right? And that people have different opinions, right? Y'all come on here with different opinions about Bryce Young. Y'all have different opinions about who we should draft for in the mock, in the draft. You have different opinions about who we got in free agency. Everybody has a different opinion, right? So but here's the thing. What essentially is to confront those opinions head on, just like Newton did. While it may not always lead to a resolution, it can provide clarity and closure, right? And who knows? Maybe we'll get some entertaining moments out of this at some point. Maybe because apparently Cam has reached out to him, has asked him to come on his show, has literally wanted to, really still seems like wants to hash this out based off of if you watch any of his clips from the show. Because I watch Cam's show all the time and he does a great job over there. And so it's interesting to me that, he still tries to reach out, you know what I mean? So it's crazy. It's crazy. Doing well. Hope all's well with you and your family. I try my best to catch all lives, but when I can't catch later, I feel you. I feel you, man. I support everyone. I support all the creators. That Skip and Cam challenge is going to be high stakes to say the least. AJ Brooks, what do you talk about? 23 people watching. Make sure you pound the like button, subscribe. The Skip and Cam challenge going to be high stakes to say the least. I didn't hear about the Skip and Cam challenge. Please do explain. Please explain. I love to hear about this, AJ. You got me intrigued, my friend. You always got me in here with something. You always come in with something. Drama breeds more drama. For sure. So, okay, let me see what you said here. AJ Brooks comes in and says, Skip challenge Cam to a 3-point competition. Never speak on media again. Cam accepted. Breaking news. What? That's insane. That is insane. That probably was not going to even happen at all. It probably won't even happen. I have a feeling it won't even happen. But it might. You never know. You never know. All right. Let's get into this sad reality of the Carolina Panthers right now. All right. Cam would not be able to have his show. That's kind of fucked. That's also kind of taking some of money out from under him, right? That's kind of fucked. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would tell if I was Cam, I would tell Skip Bayless to kick rocks because you're messing with my livelihood. I mean, I think obviously Cam's obviously athletic enough to probably beat Skip Bayless in a. I'm assuming when you say Skip Bayless, correct? Because I'm sure he could beat Skip Bayless in a 3-point competition. Crazy how some people like to disrespect Cam's throwing ability, like Cam didn't make nobody receivers look good. Kelvin's just mad he was a bust. Okay, that's what I figured. AJ, what's up, Toxic? How are those Atlanta Falcons looking over there in Atlanta in the old ATL? They're looking like they're gonna win the division, in my opinion. Toxic, I think y'all are winning the division this year. But yeah, I mean, if we go look back at Kelvin Benjamin, what did he do after 2018? Right? What did Kelvin Benjamin do after 2018? He had his best seasons under Cam, so he didn't do anything else. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So the unfortunate reality of the Carolina Panthers, this is where I want to get into today. This is one thing it's a depressing reality. I mean, you're right, Be Good. I mean, it doesn't matter about physical attributes, but I just don't think I just couldn't see Cam Newton losing a 3-point competition to Skip Bayless. I mean, I just can't see it. 26 people are watching. Make sure you pound that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Let's talk about this real quick because there is an unfortunate reality and it's a depressing reality if we think about this. All right. So listen strong and hard. All right. Because as players use the Carolina Panthers as I feel have this leverage to get better deals elsewhere. Now, understandably, fans are frustrated with this situation, especially considering this team's current state that is in after coming off a 2-win season, right? Terrible light around the league. I mean, it's not all doom and gloom, but again, it's shit, right? So if Dan Morgan and the new powered structure have basically done a roster overhaul and invested in this transition, which it will take some time, obviously. The Panthers are frantically trying to find some different decent veteran pieces to make things easier, right? For obviously Bryce Young, which they did, bringing in obviously Robert Hunt and Damien Lewis, which we're going to talk about more about that. But they also kind of went out and did some things to help that depleted defensive unit because let's be honest, losing Frankie Luvu, Dante Jackson, Brian Burns, and Von Bell and Jeremy Chin and those kinds of guys. I mean, you kind of depleted your defense a little bit, right? But again, you're doing this for the investment you made into a young quarterback, whether he's the guy or not. That is to be seen. Okay. Now it's the same old problems still remain. Okay. You look at this situation with recent targets. It's clear that the Panthers are still being used as leverage bait to get better offers. Think about it. These guys like Chase Young, like Mike Williams went out, said they were going to visit with us. Okay. They go elsewhere, right? So, like for Mike Williams, he set up meetings with the Panthers, Steelers, and the New York Jets without urgency, not to let the big, body wide receiver leave without a deal worth up to $15 million for one season there in New York. So he decides to go to New York. Okay, the Panthers have been faced with this uphill battle this all offseason because Chase Young met with the Panthers, left out with an official agreement. He turned this into something positive and signed a 1-year contract with the New Orleans Saints. Right? So it's not just because established names using the Panthers advantage. Even you think about it like backup linebacker and special team guy Justin Stranad worked with Evero previously in Denver. Okay. Appeared to have agreed to terms with the Panthers. Then last minute change of heart from the player after sources came out and said within the organization revealed to these reporters that the deal had been done. Then it returns to this original intention and signed an extension with the Broncos, right? So this whole change in perception will take time. The Panthers they got to prove that they are on the right track, right? And this team has always had to overpay for veteran free agents, right? Because of the market we're in, and which is an understandable considering that we have been underachieving these past how many years in a small market, right? Because they've gained some success throughout the 3 decades by building through the draft and supplementing through free agency and trades. But the sooner Morgan gets back to that, the better, right? Because ultimately, the Panthers need to find players that they want to be here, right? That want to be here with us, right? Which is always half the battles, finding guys that want to be in your with your organization, right? And Carolina's not the only team that gets this kind of ordeal against them, right? But the urgent need to shift those kinds of narratives and prove that this franchise is on the right track really cannot be overstated. All right. So how long will it take to improve this situation? That's the big question. I think it's going to take between 2 to 4 years. If they do it in 2 years, they did it, and then they did it the right way. If it takes, and I shouldn't say the right way, but they did it the right way, but it just took, right. They made the right moves and it worked out, right? Sometimes it takes 3 years because then maybe because of the Bryce Young. I mean, again, I know it's gonna take at least 2 to 3 to 4 years. I've already put that narrative in my head. I'm keeping that narrative in my head. And if Bryce doesn't work out, it's going to take the 4 years. If it does work out, it might only take the 2 to 3 years. It all depends. All right. But Carolina is not the only one that goes through this kinds of things. All right. Carolina is not the only one that goes through these kinds of things with this whole harsh reality of things. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me see the comments. Never seen Cam or Skip shoot, so you never know. You might be good. What do you think about Carolina signing David Moore from Tampa Bay? I talked about it the other day. I mean, he's got connections with Canales. I mean, that's really all I can say. I mean, the guy really hasn't had a great season since I think I saw it was like 2018. So it's been a while. 2018, 2019. I mean, he's a guy that could possibly. I mean, the potential from that I see in a guy like David Moore is a guy that's going to go out there, and if he's going to give you and he goes out there and balls when I say he balls, it's like he gets you 500 yards and like 3 touchdowns. That's what I kind of see out of a guy like that. He just knows the system, so I mean, it makes sense. Let's talk about making the Panthers great again. We will. Panthers been making some moves, I see. Yeah, slowly but surely, my friend. Just build slow, expect a little growth every year. Right now, we're the Cleveland Browns, a.k.a. early 2000s. It's a good comparison for sure. Be good. I always think about us with like the kind of like the Detroit days. I always think about like the Detroit Lions. Sometimes you need a hostage. I feel that, Tony. Nobody wants to be here. We have a bad reputation of not paying people for a small market team that really hurts you in the long run for things. It's so damn true. Be good, so damn true. And I've been preaching that for how long, man? I've been preaching that right there for ever since I've been started this, this whole YouTube thing. So let me know in the chat. By the way, guys, let me know in the chat how y'all are doing with your brackets, because I have one bracket that's like doing solid. My rest of my brackets are done. Anybody here 100%? And if you are, you're lying. If you are, you're lying. Steve Smith comes out and seems to be optimistic about Bryce Young. All right. So the former great Carolina Panther, now analyst, Steve Smith was asked recently if he's still all in on the Bryce Young. And obviously after a rough rookie season, while he didn't give a definite answer, Smitty offered some fascinating insight into this. What's Bridget Cash? Oh, Marcos. What's up, Clay? It's Marcos Cash. My son's in the ER. Don't have my phone on me. Oh, wow, Marcos. I'm sorry to hear that, man. hey, I appreciate you even joining the live stream, but hey, you tend to your family, man. Prayers out to you and your family. I hope your son is okay. Or, hopefully whatever it is, I don't know what your son's going through right now, but hopefully it all works out. And sorry to hear that. Clay, how much do you have to pay for your blue belt? Technically, I should be one, but I refuse to pay the instructors. Like how much did I pay for like my classes and stuff like that? Is that what you're asking? Because like I didn't have to pay for the belt at mine. I think, or I might have paid for it at the up front when I started those classes. Because I remember there was a fee. It was like $70, and then I pay like $90 a month for the gym. So maybe that's what it was for. I don't know. But yeah, Marcos, tend to your family, man. Appreciate that, though. I appreciate you even hopping in. I don't think the narrative that we don't play players is true. We paid Cam, but we paid Miles, we paid DJ Moore, we paid our linemen sometimes more than they are worth. We do play players. I think that what I would say that I'm talking about, and I think Be Good is talking about too, is like I look at it like this. I look at it as if, like in the Brian Burns situation, the Hassan Reddick situation, the Stephon Gilmore situation, right? The Denzel Perryman situation. I feel like I'm missing somebody though. Even in the Brian Burns situation, we mess around with these guys' money too much. Like Burns, we messed around with his money too much. But again, like Hassan Reddick, Denzel Perryman, Stephon Gilmore not paying those guys and just letting them walk, I think is ridiculous. I think that is kind of that's what I'm getting at. I think that we need to be paying these guys that come out here and do great. I mean, Stephon Gilmore, when he was here, had one of his best seasons here, or did very well for us, And Denzel Perryman did very well for us. Hassan Reddick balled out for us, So it's like that's what I mean by like when they don't pay players. You know what I mean? Clay, man, I'm high on Leggett, but do you have an insight on why he won't end up on the same path as Mingo? Well, because number one, Mingo is not as physical. Number two, Mingo don't even got the speed that he's got. And three, it only takes one play for Leggett to change a game. He has that physicality, that athleticism that it can take one play, an easy slant down across the middle, and if he sees any open space, he's gone. He did that time and time again in South Carolina. I don't see that in Mingo. Mingo also, guys, I mean, no joke, man. Mingo, literally, there's a chart that I was tweeting. I was tweeting the other day about some of those charts I found about Mingo. We might have made a bad move on getting Jonathan Mingo. We might have made a bad move on getting Jonathan Mingo. Now, again, this could be. We could also make the same narrative for him as we've been made the narrative for Bryce Young. It's the situation, but we shall see. I have pay for belt and do knowledge test. Do the basics meaning explain it in detail to show my experience with Scar. I have okay. I have pay for belt and do knowledge and do the basics meaning. Yeah, some gyms are different, man. Be good. I feel like everybody's different. Everybody's different, you know. Um, that's interesting. Every gym, I feel I've heard where you just pay, there's like a fee, but I've also heard where gyms there is like you pay for each belt that you get. Sometimes, but dude, if I was you, Be Good, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I know you might not want to pay it, but I would. I would. It's you feel so accomplished when you get that belt. It's the feeling that you get for it. It's not the money to me. It was that okay, I'm moving forward in this process. You know what I mean? Thank you. He's doing good. Just waiting to be released. Good, good. I'm glad to hear that he's getting to release. Hopefully everything is okay and he's good to go, man. Marcos, that's good. Stay safe. Yeah, for sure. We did the purge. Now we build. Not mad one bit about losing Burns. Yeah, I'm not mad about losing Burns, Tony. I'm not either. It's just about numbers. Look at what we are able to do with this to start this build up with Burns off the books. Yeah, I mean again. Yeah. I'm Tony, I'm happy that Burns is off too, because I was just happy that it got the whole situation was done with. I wish the compensation was for more. I'm just glad I don't have to talk about it anymore on this thing. I've talked about it and talked about it and talked about it on weeks on end. I started talking about it from on this channel. I started talking about the whole Burns situation since we turned down that trade from the Rams. I'm just glad I don't have to talk about it anymore. But understand those are the moves and consequences, or a madman Scott Fitter. We just couldn't make it work. I know. I pay for the belt and do yeah, okay, gotcha. I hope Leggett isn't another underwhelming pro wide receiver from South Carolina. Again, Rock will again. That is the risk you will have to take in every draft. It doesn't matter who the guy is. You're taking that with a risk on any player. I mean, we can say that guy is a stud. We can say that, he's going to be a first-round pick. We can say he'll be a second-round pick, based off the combine, based off their pro days, based off their past seasons. But you're at the end of the day, you still like there is times that that guy is going to be good in the NFL. And then there's guys that you're just like, he can be good, but he needs to work on this and this and this. And then there's guys that are just like, maybe he's a rotational piece. Then you get guys that are like definitely project piece. And then you get guys that are just undrafted free agents, right? It's you have to, it's a chance you have to be willing to take. And if you truly believe in that player. Mingo might be sent to the shadow realm of the bench. He might. I feel like letting them walk for free is problem. Not paying is not. We need to be deciding sooner if we aren't planning on keeping guys draft picks later or not. Better than nothing. I mean, that's the way I'm look at it too, Jalen. Like, I don't want to let guys go. I just don't want to let guys go. I had to pay for each belt I've gotten. I prefer skills over anything. Never really cared for belts. I hear you. Be good. I feel you in that aspect too. I do. I feel you in that aspect of things. But it's just also receiving it is the gratitude I get out of it. You know what I mean? Knowing that I deserved this, no matter even if I have to pay for it. It's the fact that I earned it and deserved it and put the work in. Gang, I'm out. See you on Monday. See you, Cash. Have a good weekend and make sure you make sure you watch out for your little one. God bless Marcos for sure. Are you nervous about the picks? Because to start the process, he has to draft well, or we'll be stuck in limbo for a long time. Yeah, and that's another thing. Again, it's with that whole leverage thing, how long is it going to take and all that stuff? Again, we have to hope that Dan Morgan can get these dogs, right? He's talking about he wants dogs. Can he get those dogs in the draft? Can he truly scout and pick the right talent for this team, right? Another thing is, Be Good. We got to think about it this way. Is David Tepper done? Is David Tepper done meddling? Like, do we know that for sure yet? I think that's something we all have to still think about. Like, do we know for sure that this man is done meddling with football operations? Is Dan Morgan going to actually get his picks? Right? Is Dan Morgan going to actually get to pick his guys, or is Nicole Tepper going to step in and say some stupid shit to like draft this guy because they know their family or some stupid shit? You know. I'm just saying we still have to. I mean, is it done? Is he really just going to step aside? I got to go. I'm going to have to catch the rest later. Everybody, appreciate you, Clay, for what you do. Everybody be good, safe, keep pounding. Panther Nation, keep pounding. All right, you too, brother. Day one Panthers fan. Appreciate you, man. Definitely have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you later. Amount of Tepper talk has been amazing. None. I know. But it's still daunting in the back of my mind. Is he going to be meddling? So, again, guys, make sure you pound the like button. I appreciate it. Make sure you pound the like button and subscribe to the channel. There's 28 people watching. I greatly appreciate it. All right, so let's talk about this Smitty thing. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked a little bit. But, okay. So, Steve Smith recently came out, right? Former Carolina Panthers wide receiver, now NFL analyst. Was basically asked recently if he was still all in on the Bryce Young train, right? And even after the rough rookie season. And he didn't give a definite answer, okay? If you haven't watched the video, go watch it. I can't share it because I'll get in trouble by YouTube. Same thing with the Cam Newton thing earlier. I would have showed the clip, him talking about Kelvin Benjamin, but I would also get clipped for that. So, but Smitty offered some fascinating insight that I took from his interview on this, and I watched it and took some notes. And Smith initially hitched his wagon to Young. But then he clarified that he isn't coming out, he isn't counting out, I meant to say, other quarterbacks like CJ Stroud. Now, according to Smith, an intelligent kid can look dumb if he's around a lot of dumb people. And a dumb kid can be brilliant if he's around a lot of smart people. So it's not just about the individual talent, but also the company you keep. All right. That's basically what he said. And unfortunately for Young, his company didn't do much to elevate him in his first year in the league. He had to deal with struggling wide receiver core and a offensive line that represented Swiss cheese and allowed the second most sacks in the NFL. In addition, he lost his head coach after 12 weeks and experienced multiple changes in the offensive coordinator position. So that was basically what Smitty came out and said. So at the end of the day, you look at Young's rookie season from afar, and, he threw for 11 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, averaged like 179.8 yards per game. Meanwhile, the other quarterback, Smitty mentioned, CJ Stroud, was none other than the guy who got a Pro Bowl and Offensive Rookie of the Year and a league high of 273.9 passing yards per game, basically. But despite that rough season, Smitty says he's still hopeful about Bryce Young. And he says that he believes that he'll be hanging around more intelligent people this year in the Canales regime. I can only hope that Young's company improves and he still has true potential in the coming years for what we gave up for him. Whether you like him or not, I still have to hope as a Panthers fan. And I feel like if you're a true Panthers fan, you should still want this kid to succeed. And I feel like there's Panthers fans out there that don't. You don't have to like Bryce Young. You don't have to think that he's the guy. That's fine. But you also have to hope that this kid can turn it around. I mean, for what we gave up for him, you would think as Panthers fans, you guys would be hopeful and actually would hope that this kid actually pans out. That's what I don't understand with the whole Bryce Young ordeal. You can make the case that he's the guy, or you can make the case that he's not the guy. That's fine. Okay. You can have that. We can have that. We've had those arguments on here. Sure. But what my argument is right now is what I don't understand is why Panthers fans choose to not at least cheer for this guy to get better. Or wanting to hope that this guy gets better. Like, I want the kid to get better because of what we gave up for him, because if he doesn't get better, this whole rebuild's going to take a lot longer of a process now. Right? Be good. At least you say, I hope he can. I'll take that. Right? Tony's right. Tony in the chat right now speaking facts. People wanted Cam to fail. Flame for Jesus says, I never liked the guy, but I do hope I hope he succeeds, basically. So why can't other Panthers fans speak like that? That's what I don't understand. They immediately go to the route of saying that I don't like him. I don't want him here. And he's not the guy, blah, 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 blah. Hell with Bryce Young. Why the hell, if you're a fan of a team, would you do that? That's what I'm saying, Rock. I don't think anybody's a true Panthers fan if you don't hope that this kid can bring us victories. I hate to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy right now. And you don't have to like me, right? You don't have to like me. And that's okay. All right. There's people out there that don't like me. I know that for a fact. Do you think I care? Absolutely not. But do I have people out there that are hopeful that hope that I'm successful? You damn right. Are there people out there that probably hope that I'm not successful? You damn right. Right? I just think that it's ridiculous. Again, I think at the end of the day is that you can have your opinion on this kid, right? Right? You sound like Obama. Hope doesn't equal talent. I mean, that's fair, squad down. But all I'm saying is at the end of the day is that you either believe in the kid or you don't. And that's fine. But you should still, as a Panthers fan, be hopeful that he pans out because of what this organization gave up to get him. Or this rebuild's going to take a lot longer. That is all I'm saying at the end of the day. And I still think you're not a true Panthers fan if you truly are just like, no, fuck this guy. That's it. So that's all I'm saying, squad down. That's all I was saying. I would, I know I was sounding probably like Obama a little bit there, but unfortunately I did. But it's neither here nor there. Same. I want to CJ, but I hope Bryce proves us wrong and is an amazing quarterback in the league. That's all I ask out of the Panthers fans. That's all I ask. Here's the thing. I'm not an advocate for Bryce Young. I wasn't an advocate for Bryce. I was not an advocate for Bryce Young. If you watched my channel, you know who I wanted. I wanted AR-15. I wanted to bring in AR-15, hoping that I could get another Cam Newton out of AR-15. right? I wanted Anthony Richardson so bad last year. I was harping it on this channel, harping it hard. And it was just because I saw the athleticism, I saw the Cam Newton alike, you know, and I saw the size, the speed. I was just like, you know, watching his game film, I was like, is this Cam Newton all over again? But again, you know, that's all I'm saying. But again, I'm hopeful that I'm hopeful that Bryce works out. That's it. I'm hoping. The fact that he can't throw the deep is very concerning. It is concerning. Hey, flame for Jesus. I can't disagree with you. I've been on here, said the same thing. He can't throw the deep ball. Never wanted him here. Wanted to stay at 9, so I didn't want any of them. Okay, flame. You didn't want any of them. Okay. You didn't like that draft class, huh? I don't think the kid is terrible. As you watched any film last year, you know he's capable. It just comes down to size, honestly. How successful can a guy like that be? That size can be? We'll see. That's a good point. Just because I know for a fact that this runt can't throw doesn't mean we're not Panthers fans. And I didn't say that, Bobby Hicks. Didn't say that. Again, I said that anyone that wants this kid to fail as a Panthers fan is not a Panthers fan. You can you can have that, and I'm okay with that. But you still, I know in the back of your mind, are hopeful that this kid will pan out, right? Like, I know for a fact there's people that don't believe in this kid, but still hope that he pans out because of what we gave up for him. That's all I'm saying. I think so. I really think AR would have been the perfect fit here. Canales is Bryce's best chance. It hurts us zero to see what he can do this year in a rebuild. It doesn't. Again, this year it doesn't, but then the next year they're gonna have to make a decision. You know what I mean, AJ? I really think we really think he's gonna be worse than Baker. I mean, Baker panned out pretty damn good in Tampa Bay. You know what I mean? Baker panned out pretty good in Tampa Bay. So, oh God, Ishan's back with his Bears terror over here. Oh man. Ishan, if I hope you keep the same energy, because if Caleb Williams doesn't work out, I really want you to come back to my show and have that same energy. Really want you to have that same energy. Oh Lord. Bears fans. What up, Matt Chatter? All right, so let's talk about yeah, I'm gonna let him talk his shit for now. He can. Bruh, nah, Clay. Calling him names is crazy. Why can't these delusional fans acknowledge that he was putting the work in and showing his talent? Damn, Ishan. Damn. I'll take it. Yo, can we shake on that, Ishan? Just in case. Can I get like a written letter and you sign off on it? Can I can I get a written letter of that? I'll take it. I'll take it. Hey, if Caleb works out, man, good for Bears fans. They've gone through they've gone through a lot of touch. I mean, how long have y'all been through some treacherous times? You know what I mean? How long has the Bears fans been through some shit? It's been since the 80s, maybe? I mean, I would think maybe since the 80s. I don't know. I mean, they've gone through a lot. As an organization, they've gone through a lot. I'm a fair man, guys. I'm a fair man. At the end of the day, I'm a fair person. I try to look at, I'm a fair man. Absolutely this year for analyzing Bryce and our team who needs to go. Yep. Hey, I mean, listen, they can call Jalen, let them call them names, man. I get it. All right. I get it. I get it. Peter Dinklage, I mean, Bryce, I don't know. Damn. Isha coming in hot with them bets. He did. He did. He just had some inconsistency issues. He also had a lot of erratic throws. And he just needed it's a system. Really, Baker fits in a certain system. All right. It's like once he gets into the right system, and when they started using him correctly, Tampa Bay, look how it worked out for him. Ishan's ready to bet the house. Ishan's ready to bet the house. All right. Let's get into this because I really want to harp on at least these two signings, because these were my favorite two signings. I didn't think we were ready for a quarterback yet. I still had that building to do, too many holes to fill. Playing for Jesus, I thought the same thing, man. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Like, even though I wanted AR-15 because I knew we were going to go for a quarterback, but I felt like we weren't ready for another quarterback. I felt like we should have kept Sam Darnold on his 5th-year option and then just rebuilt and then do what we're doing now, which is rebuilt the offensive line, re-sign these key players, and then wait to the next year. That's how I was looking at it. I mean, that's the way I was looking at playing for Jesus, is like, take Sam Darnold another year, and that's the way I was doing it. Ishan, do you think it was? Are you saying it was Frankie Louvu? Watched every Panthers game last year, and not gonna lie, I think y'all's best player was not named Brian Burns or Derek Brown. So I'm assuming that you were saying, I'm thinking you're gonna say Frankie Louvu. I think. Okay. Yeah, I see. I knew you were gonna go with Frankie Louvu. Does Cam Newton have a son? How old is he? I think Cam Newton does have a son, actually. I think he has kids. I don't know if he does or doesn't. I think he does. I don't know if he has a boy or girl. I don't know about that. Especially having to give up DJ in that trade. Awful. Yeah, again. Oh, be good. Wants Lamar. I wouldn't mind Lamar either, though. I wouldn't mind Lamar either. There was a lot of talks about that, by the way. Be good. A lot of talks about the Lamar Jackson thing. All right, let's talk about these big hosses right here. Protecting our quarterback. Obviously, the thing is these were the two biggest signings we had this offseason. Recent, we obviously getting these guys, right? Two talented guards, obviously, to provide protection to Bryce Young, right? Obviously, last year Bryce Young was sacked 62 times. Franchise record, second most in the NFL, only behind Sam Howell, who got sacked the most in Washington. But obviously, the Panthers made Hunt the third highest paid guard in NFL with an annual salary of $20 million, right behind Landon Dickerson of the Philadelphia Eagles, which Landon Dickerson's contract is like $21 million per year. And then Chris Lidstrom, who is $20.5 million per year at the Atlanta Falcons. They also signed Lewis, a 4-year, $53 million deal, which averages around $13.2 million a year. Now they combined an average of $33.5 million per year, which makes them the second highest paid guard tandem in the NFL behind Quentin Nelson and Braden Smith. Quentin Nelson makes $20 million per year. Braden Smith makes $17.5 million per year for the Indianapolis Colts. Now, this move makes the Panthers from ranking 19th, okay, in the NFL in salary cap space committed to guards in 2023, which is just over $9 million, to 5th in 2024, behind Kansas City, the Colts, the Los Angeles Rams, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. Now, Hall of Fame general manager Bill Polian praised that move, saying that it was necessary because there weren't any good guards on the roster, and there was no center on the roster. And more importantly, he said, due to Bryce's height, they needed to secure the middle with big, wide people who can stand in there and stop stunters and stop rushers and get Bryce a clean pocket to pass from. Now, Polian compared this move to the move that the New Orleans Saints did when Sean Payton got Drew Brees back in 2006, where they knew that Brees needed a clean inside pocket to have a chance. All right. Now, the Panthers have only $7.5 million of their $67 million cap space currently dedicated to that line on a rookie left tackle, which made it easier for them to spend money on guards. Now, the top 20 left tackles range from $16 million a year to around $25 million per year. Now, Hunt, okay, who signed a 5-year, $100 million contract, $60 million guaranteed, comes out and says he wants to splurge on a Tesla Cybertruck. That's what he wants. So I thought that was funny. But anyways, obviously the whole thing here is that they understand, Hunt and Lewis understand their mission here, which is to make Bryce Young comfortable in that pocket. Something that he never really got to experience last year. All in all I'm saying is the Panthers' move to sign Hunt and Lewis was obviously needed. Okay, given the poor protection that Bryce received last season, with these two talented guards, the Panthers provide Young with some guys that actually can protect him. All right. So I like that. All right. I like that. I like these signings. Whether it's Bryce here, whether it's not, at least for the future, we know we've got two guys that we can rely on in those positions. All right. But let's get to the next topic. And I know, okay, I know y'all are ready for this one because here it is, folks. Here it is. I know you're ready for this topic because I know this whole chat's talking about Bryce right now. I'm not even going to look at it. I can't look at it. Y'all keep chatting amongst yourselves because I can't keep up with everybody. Okay. But I will show everybody's comment. That's what I'll start doing. I'll start showing everybody's comment. So since Bryce Young, okay, is he on the hot seat because of the enhanced cast that we got? Right? Is he on the hot seat? Is this a make or break season for Bryce Young? Because this team has made significant upgrades this offseason already. Getting a Deontay Johnson, all right, getting a guy that is obviously one of the best route runners if not the best route runner at the wide receiver position. Apparently from last year, if you go look at his route tree, I can show that to you that he was number 1 in the league at creating separation. But gets a guy like that, you get 2 guards, right? You're solidifying, you're adding depth to that offensive line. You get a skilled wide receiver in Deontay Johnson, You provide him with another target alongside Adam Thielen. Now, again, that doesn't mean they stop there. Obviously, you got the draft. Okay. So with these upgrades, right? It's great news. It's great news. Okay. It's great news for Young. No, Ishan, I'm not kidding you. He's not. He is the best route runner. He was the best. He was the number one wide receiver creating separation last year. I'm not kidding you. I don't make this shit up. I'll show it. I got receipts. Yeah, if you don't believe me, fine. But I got receipts. I will show you that he was the best route runner last year at creating separation. I wouldn't say, okay, all right, Ishit, I wouldn't say he's the best. All right, I wouldn't say he's number one, but he was top five. Top five. Okay. Top five. Okay. So here's next gen stats right here. I'm going to share this right now to just prove Ishit's comment. Best at creating separation. Okay, he was 5. Okay, technically 5. I guess why they put CD Lamb at 4 and DJ Moore at 4. Yards, obviously, 368 routes, targets 88, 2.1 yards per route. I guess. I think that's what that means. I need to look at what that statistic means again. Open 78% of the time, catches 66% of the time, yards at the catch 57, overall 79, which still. DJ Moore's right there, yep, and Keenan Allen. I mean, listen, I didn't say anything about those guys. Now here's another cool little route tree I'm going to show you. Where is it at? I had it up here. So here is this was Deontay's success route tree. This is success by route. So obviously this guy gets open. So I'm just saying he's one of the top 5. Anyways, I can't keep up with all y'all's comments. Let me get back to my thing here. All right. So obviously these upgrades for Bryce is obviously great news, right? It's obviously great news. Okay. The team is banking on their Clay, tell me this. Steve Smith was great, but was he not a top 5 wide receiver in the peak of his league when he played? Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to see Be Good's comment here. Clay, tell me this. Steve Smith was great, but he was not top 5 in his peak in the league when he played. I think he was top 10. I wouldn't say he was top 5. I've always believed that in Steve Smith's time and during his era, he was top 10, but I wouldn't say he was top 5. I see a lot of people put him during his time and his era. A lot of people have him at like 7 and 9. I've seen a lot of, but I've seen a lot of people where they have him top 10. I'd say he's top 10. I wouldn't say he's top 5. So again, there was this guy that comes out, right? there's this reporter that came out basically saying that this team is banking on their new investments to help Young take a substantial leap this year, right? And we all know that. And if improvements don't arrive, Carolina might again be in the quarterback market next spring. Now, Young is one of 3 Panthers probably on the hot seat. I mean, there's probably going to be more in 2024, I'm sure. But he highlighted that if Young struggles again in year 2, the Panthers may be less patient, right? If he highlighted, that's what he highlighted this reporter. I think his name is Brad Smithingling from Yard Barker. But he said basically Young led the league in lousy throw percentage as a rookie, right? And ranked last in yards per attempt. However, given the mitigated circumstances attached to his first campaign, it would be a disastrous drop, apparently. Consider moving off the Heisman Trophy winner next year. Now, here's the thing. The Panthers can only provide the ingredients, right? Young has to make the dish, right? Whether it'll be a Roost Chris 5-star dish, right? If you don't like Roost Chris, whatever. I'm just giving an example here. Or a McDonald's, double quarter pounder, but some of you might like that. You know what I mean? But the team is doing everything possible to give Young that better supporting cast, right? With the correct investment and a coaching staff of capable of molding their offensive scheme around his strengths, that there could be a chance that many of you that are in the chat right now could be eating your words. Okay. And then you're going to have a large slice of humble pie with a little bit of crow, and it's going to be dry when it's all said and done. Not saying that's going to happen, but again, it could. Okay. Everyone has their opinion on Young. Okay. He's an easy target right now. It's important to remember that one bad season doesn't always define a player's entire career. Okay. With a new head coach in Dave Canales, who has been a QB whisperer in the past, which we've seen with guys like Geno Smith, Russell Wilson, Baker Mayfield, there's still that hope that I can keep talking about. Again, now either my hope is going to be lost or my hope is going to work out and it's going to be great. Okay? As they say, and we all know this saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. Young might take some time to reach his full potential. Regardless of that, I think it's going to be interesting how this season pans out and how the Panthers and this quarterback pan out. I'm going to be hopeful, and I'm going to continue to hope that he pans out. Whether that turns into a disaster or whether that turns into greatness, that's remained to be seen. That's remained to be seen. Okay, I got that out of my system. I feel better now. Now I want to show y'all a couple more charts I think y'all find interesting. I want to show y'all a couple more charts here. I think y'all may find interesting. Now, this is the route tree I was showing you earlier, but here's another chart I want to show you. So, here's one. This is by Football Insights on Twitter. These guys do great work, man. They do such great work. Now, I want to go over this with you. Listen carefully. This is a chart that says allow pressure last season. By the offensive line, their percentage of dropbacks with some responsibility and a quarterback self-owned pressures. Okay. Now, it says Trent Williams, Penei Sewell, Trent Worth, reliable as ever. So here we go. P2S over here to the far right means pressure to sack. So the pressure that led to the sack. Okay. QB means that the QB, it was his fault on the sack. Okay. If you look down here, I wish I could zoom in on this. Might be able to, actually. No, I can't. If you look down there, Bryce is all the way down here underneath Zach Wilson. I might have to move. Yeah, I'm going to have to move that comment out the way. If you see this right here, I don't know if it's better this way or that way. No, it's probably better like this. All right, so we're going to show it like this. So you see Bryce Young here. Okay? Bryce Young's down here. Left tackle. Now, this is a loud pressure shared of responsibility last year. Icky, 19%. Left guard, 24%. Center, 13%. So Bozeman only allowed 13%, which proves that Bozeman really wasn't the issue as much as we thought it was, even though he allowed the most sacks. Icky allowed more than pressures than Bozeman. Okay. But if you keep looking down there, you've got 17% Taylor Moton, but then 24% and 26% was your left guard and right guard. So why do you think they went out and got Damien Lewis, Robert Hunt? Obviously, that makes sense, right? Now, 15% of the sacks allowed were by Bryce. 15%, which is second to least. All right. 25% of the pressures allowed turned to sacks. So I just wanted to show that chart. I thought that was pretty interesting. So it obviously shows why this team came out and got those two got Robert Hunt and Damien Lewis. Now, if we look at this chart, now this is how often quarterbacks throw to open / wide receivers chart and accuracy. Look at this. This is from weeks 1 to week 10. I found this shit, so I got receipts now for you fuckers. All right? I'm on my shit today. Percentage of throws were receivers that has open separation from this bottom line here. Bryce Young's open receivers were below 25%. That is right here. Look where he's at. He's up here. 75% up here is highly accuracy rate. So the kid's fucking accurate. He can throw in tight windows. For those of you that don't believe the kid can throw accurate passes, and those of you that don't believe that he can throw into tight windows, check again. So obviously, I wasn't wrong last year when I kept telling you guys over and over again on my channel that the wide receiver separation is an issue. Facts are facts, people. And if you don't believe me, I will get these people on the channel that make these charts. Make it make sense. All right. Now I got another chart to show you. Now, guys, make sure you pound that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new content. So I showed you the sack pressure rate with that. Then I showed you the separation and the accuracy by Bryce Young chart. Now I'm going to show you another chart. This one is college dropback, pass production, notable quarterback prospects from 2014 to 2023, which means pressure to sack and big time throw. All right. What that means is with this chart, so let me pull it once I pull it up. Okay. Once I pull it up, let's see here. So basically that means that quarterback prospects, career sack avoidance, right equals better, and big time throw rates. Okay. So Bryce Young, let's look at this chart here. I'm gonna make y'all fools eat some of your words a little bit today. So right equals better. So bottom line is the pressure rate to sack. Big time throw rate is there. So the big time throw rate, 6%. So it's above average. That dotted line is below average. So it's above average a little bit by basically by a half. But pressure to sack is around 16%. Seems about right. Which seemed about right the last year based off the chart, and then that last chart too. Now here's another one. So here's another one that I found here. Let's see. So this one says how often the quarterback prospects were at least partially responsible for pressure faced and how often they converted pressures into sacks. Right means more responsible for pressure. Up is better sack avoidance. Okay. So Bryce Young. Let's see. Where's Mr. Bryce? So Bryce is over here. Self-allowed pressure. Self-allowed pressure is 25%. Right is better though. Now pressure to sack rates says around basically 14%. So right's better. So obviously, look at guys like Bo Nix, Bryce Young, Drake May, and Caleb Williams, Sam Howell. You want to be around this range where they're at. All right. And you obviously want to be up. You want to be up and right. That's the best. And Bo Nix is the best. Bryce Young's basically the next best. All right. Then here's another thing. Back to the separation issue. Let's look at this. So look at Deontay Johnson over here. Okay. Here's Keenan Allen. So if Ishant, you're watching, Keenan Allen's the best separator in the league, basically. Next, you probably have CD, Ayuk, then Tyreek. I mean, then Tank Dell, DeAndre Hopkins, Garrett Wilson aren't far away. Deontay Johnson's literally right here. Cortland Sutton's right here. All right. Now, Adam Thielen. Interesting, Zach. Nick Scott. I don't know why we need another safety, but whatever. So Thielen open score rate, first read above 60% on the open score rate. It's above 60%. And his first read is above is like 31%. Look at Jonathan Mingo. Dead fucking last. Dead last. Right? Jonathan Mingo was dead last in open score rate. Like, you can't make this shit up. Like, again, but I thought there was not any separation issues last year. Shit. Well, I guess not. So all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, their facts are facts, and I just showed them to you. I just showed them to you. All right, mock draft time. Mock draft time. Let's get it. 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 Now I'm going to give you that this mock draft. I'm going to do the mock draft the way I want to do this mock draft. The way I think the Carolina should do this mock draft. And I'll give you my insight. I'm going to give you insight on every pick. All right. I'm going to give you some insight on every pick we go through. Okay. All right, guys, make sure you pound the like button. Appreciate everyone in the live stream. Appreciate everyone in the chat. Sorry, guys. Y'all are just chatting it up, and I can't keep up with it. Like, I just can't. I can't keep up with it. I just can't. Y'all are on this. Dude, the Bryce debate is real. I should just open up the stream and just, like, put a picture of Bryce and then just let every one of y'all just talk. And I'll just, like, manage it. Because, like, I can't deal with it. Oh, my God. Look at y'all. It's too good. It's too good. It's too good. All right, we're going to make it slow. Who's cooking right now? Colorado's beating Florida. UConn just beat the brakes off of Stetson. Clemson is finishing up with New Mexico State. All right. Well, then. Too bad. Fucking Clemson, of course, is going to win. Can't stand Clemson, man. Let's see here. Yeah, I think my TV might be lagging. Keep pounding. My bracket's fucked now. My TV must be lagging. My YouTube TV must be lagging. Damn. Kentucky freaking killed me last night. They were the big one. All right. I think this is, guys, y'all think this is, I think this is fair. I think this is fair. I think this is good here. I think I'm going to have to make sure. Be good. Not. It's Friday, man. Let's not do that. I'll make some guys cry. Last fight. Let's not do that. Not today, man. Oh my God. Oh, shoulders are sore tomorrow, boy. Hit them shoulders, abs, ran like a mile and a half, and then walked the rest of the 2 miles. Did some abs, got out of there. All right. 7 rounds, of course. We want to do 7. We don't want to do just 1. And we're not even in the first round, so we wouldn't be able to do it. It's Sharon. Hold on. There we go. Actually, we'll do it this way. I think we'll be good with this settings right here. A little bit in between the public and PFF. Care for positional value. I kind of put it 1 down of less. Maybe I might go up 1 on that. Draft needs, I kind of put that in the middle. Randomness, I'm going to keep it at like 1. Maybe I'll go one up here. Draft needs. We'll keep it like that. I think that's close. Let's see. I think that's good. I think we'll rock with that. And I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Y'all have been a blessing today on today's show. And it's a Friday. About to have me a brewski here in a minute. 66. I gotta force this trade because it's because that's the main pick. Okay. Let's get this draft started. Only thing I would say about Bo Nix is that I don't like in him playing for Jesus is that he gets he kind of had to me, if you want to compare him to anybody, the problem is that he's definitely shown growth in his time in Oregon. The problem is he still has inconsistencies. All right. His footwork at times becomes jittery, especially under pressure. Which then results in terrible throws. That's not attributed to his arm talent, I will say, but his resilience on sideline cues before snaps does raise me some questions about his ability. I think teams are going to be wondering how he transitioned from Auburn to Oregon. I think teams are going to be looking at that, how he improved from going to one team to another. I think he definitely needs to work on his game processing a little bit more. Be better at telegraphing reads, and he's a little hesitant during when receiver actually breaks, and then sometimes it leads to missed opportunities. When I watch this game film, he just hesitates sometimes. Obviously. But the kid's got a lot. I will say, though, the kid's got a lot of good stuff, though. He's got every quarterback has their strengths and weaknesses. But I would say that, I think that Bo Nix does have his strengths, right? I think there are some things that I do like. He thrives. Obviously, any quarterback thrives under empty pocket sets, which he does. He's definitely precise under 2-minute drills. Definitely has the mobility outside the pocket. I'll give him that. He can extend plays when he is under duress, so I'll give him that. Great. I think it makes it with his consistency of baiting pass rush. It does. You want to keep it, and he keeps his eyes downfield. It definitely makes him a threat in the RPO. I think Bo Nix thrives in the RPO. Zach, I appreciate that breaking news, my friend. I appreciate that breaking news. Okay, let's get into this draft now. Let's get into this draft. We're going to make some trades. I still think that the Panthers are at least going to trade one of these first two picks in the second round. I think they're going to trade back. All right. I really do. It's probably a little blurry. It's probably because of my freaking internet, man. Me and my internet company are going to have a talk here soon, Stacy. Me and my internet's going to have a talk, Stacy. Oh, I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Yo, guys, in the chat, though, let me know. Would you want the Carolina Panthers to trade up in the first? If they took those first 2 picks, would you want them to go up into the first? I don't. All right, let's see what they do here. All right, so let's look at the first round. Let's see what's off the board. So Caleb went 1, Drake May 2, Marvin Harrison 3, Malik Neighbors 4, Roma Duzier 5, Joe Alt 6, Brock Bauer 7. Tony Gibson, I was just wondering if y'all would want them to. I don't want them to. And for who, I would have no idea. Dallas Turner, Fuage 9, Quinyon Mitchell, the best corner I think in this draft. 10, put him alongside Sauce. That's interesting. Okay, Jaden Daniels out of LSU to the Vikings. Okay. JJ McCarthy to the Broncos. I've seen a lot of that. Okay. Troy Fanatu, left tackle out of Washington to the Raiders. Byron Murphy to the Saints. Teron Arnold to the Colts. Jared Verse to the Seattle. Cooper DeJean to the Jaguars. Okay. Left tackle Fashanu to the Bengals. JC Latham to the Rams. Right tackle. I think JC Latham's a right tackle, right? Yeah, he's right tackle. Okay. Nate Wiggins, okay, to the Steelers. Jerzine. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not blur anymore. Okay, Liatu Lietu out of USLA to Eagles. Okay, Marius Mims. Okay, to the Vikings. Okay, Graham Barton, Brian Thomas, Jackson Powers Johnson. Oh, Tampa Bay taking Jackson Powers Johnson. Okay, Tyler Guyton to the Cardinals. All right, Donovan Mitchell. Okay, to the Bills. I could see it. Kool-Aid McKinstry to Lions. I could see that too. Ladd McConkey to the Ravens. Interesting. Okay. Tyler Newbin, the safety out of Minnesota. All right. And Chop right there off the board. All right. Obviously, we've got a lot of guys here, right? We've got some guys here. Okay. The main pieces of concern. I mean, everybody, I'm going to throw the running back in there because I know everybody wants to run it back. All right. Corner, defensive line. I would say these are our top. I would say those are the top positions, right? Wide receiver, tight end, running back, inside guard. So whether it's a center, left guard, right guard, corner, defensive line, so defensive tackle, edge rusher, linebacker. Okay. Depending on. Oh, I see what you're saying. So here's the thing. Where should the Carolina Panthers go the first 2 picks, right? Now, again, we could trade these 2 picks. Now, I don't know if I'm willing to trade both of these picks. I think that I could go ahead. I could either trade the 33rd pick or I could trade the 39 pick and I could get an extra pick out of this. Now, the question is, the problem is that I have here is this 41 to 42 range. We every time I do a mock draft, there's an issue here because I'm going back-to-back picks. Okay. All right. Now, let's see what here. Wide receiver for 33. Be good. I get what you're saying, but that's just not going to happen. I get it. I get what you're saying, but the Dan Morgan and them will not do that. It's just not in the cards. They won't do it. They won't do it. Because I think they believe in Derek Brown, and I think they think he's a dog. You know what I mean? So wide receiver 33, defensive player for 39. Ropp, would you be cool trading for JPJ if he falls to 29? Not if I have to go up to 29 and trade away 2 of my second round picks. If I have to give that 33rd and 39, there if he was there, I wouldn't do it for that. Because again, I can get a Zach Frazier right now. I doubt that he won't be signing, man, because again, we're top 25. We're going to be top 5 in cap space. Be good. I don't think that they're going to be messing around with these guys' contracts anymore. Be good. I really don't. Not with top 5 cap space next year, or not after this year. After this year, because we're eating all the dead cap. We're eating that $648 million in dead cap this year. All the dead cap we're eating is this year, $48 billion. We'll have over basically $115 million and in cap space. They will be able to sign him. I don't think they're going to mess around with his money, and I don't think they're going to make the same mistakes. I don't think that they're going to make the same mistakes that they've made in the past. I think that Dan Morgan and Brant Tillis are going to do it differently. Again, Brant Tillis came from a place where they signed their key players, right? In Kansas City. I think they're going to do that here. I mean, be good if he might want. Some players don't care about that. Be good. They care about building a legacy. Some players don't. Not all players. Not all players believe that going somewhere else and winning a championship. He might believe that he might still believe that he can win a championship here, and he wants to build a legacy here. Some players are like that. Everybody's different, man. Every player is not the same. Of like they're just tired of it and move on. Some players. I mean, look at the Rams. Aaron Donald every year. He only got 1 Super Bowl. He got to play in 1, and he got to play in 2 Super Bowls, but the Rams were not always good either. And he stuck around. Guys stick around. Not all guys that think alike, man. Not all guys think alike. Yeah, I know. I mean, if you got the money talks. I mean, that's what you're saying, money talks. It does. I get it, be good. I get it. I'm just saying, not every team is, not every player in the league thinks about, okay, I need to win a champion. I want to win a championship, but if I can't do it here, I'm going to go somewhere else. Some guys think, okay, I still believe I can win a championship here, and I want to build a legacy here, and I want to win a championship with this organization, but I also want to build a legacy within this organization. There's guys that are like more legacy oriented than championship oriented. That's the way I look at it. I mean, everybody's not the same. All right, so how many picks we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I thought we had 8 picks this year. Are we missing a draft piece? Or is that the right draft board? Those are the right picks. Sometimes I always think that we're not on the right schedule here. All right, let's get in here. All right, so let's pick this again. Wide receiver, tight end, running back, guard, corner, tackle, rusher, linebacker. All right, so we got Peyton Wilson. Okay. Again, A lot of people have us going, either I've seen a lot of Chop Robinson and Xavier Legette. I've seen a lot of people go Keon Coleman, Adiza Isaac. I've even seen people say we take Peyton Wilson and Zach Frazier, and then they get the wide receiver in the 3rd round. I've seen different things. All right. If I'm looking at this from a value standpoint, right? If I'm looking at this from a value standpoint, we're looking at these 5 guys right here. If I'm looking at it from the value standpoint, I'm going with like as an overall pick. Oh God, I thought I had a burp. Oh, let's see if he's still here. I mean, based off of PFF, Enos Rakestraw Jr., they got him at 42. I have Enos Rakestraw at 35 in my draft board. I also have Troy Franklin at 33 overall on my draft board, which I'm still working on perfecting it right now. So I'm, and then I would probably say after that, I would have Jadavion Sanders. Okay. Let me look at my draft board. Now, the next person I would probably take here is it's either Xavier Legette, but I'm not going to take him that high. Darius Robinson. I'm just telling you where I have these guys ranked. All right. Unless you see a good guard at 101 that plays center, you can't ignore. Who's the late round gem? Ooh, a late round gem will be this kid named Tyler Hatton out of Idaho, wide receiver. Back-to-back seasons of 1,200 yards. Might be the next like Puka Nacua. If Peyton Wilson is sitting there, I would take him. Luke has high praise for him. Yeah, Stacey. I mean, I like Peyton Wilson. The problem is he's played 5 years at NC State. He also had a major shoulder injury and an ACL tear. That's the issue I have with Peyton Wilson is how long is this guy going to stay healthy in the NFL? I like Peyton Wilson a lot. And I know a lot of people got a lot of high praise for him. And I know Luke Kuechly, Panthers legend, has a lot of high praise for him and says that he reminds him of himself. But at the same time, I have to think about his injury history, and it is a concern for me. It is a concern for me. Yeah. That kid from the Al Dapo from Oregon, it's a stud. Yeah, I agree. I have to like the direction that he sees they're headed. So far, so good. Wow, good point. Yeah, I mean that's the only thing I have to think about with Peyton Wilson, man. It's like his game film's great for sure. Guy can do it all. I see why Luke says he reminds him of himself, but I have to think about that ACL tear and that shoulder surgery that he had to have. Now again, we have to think about replacing Dante Jackson. So the corner position right now, TJ Tampa out of Iowa State, I like a lot. I like TJ Tampa out of Iowa State. I think he's one of the top prospects in this draft, or corners in this draft class. I think he's one of the top. He's definitely top 10. I probably would have him like, I think I have him like at number 6 or 7 on my draft board. So, like, I want to take TJ Tampa here, kind of, because I know that Zach Frazier could possibly fall to that 39 spot. But again, part of me wants to trade back and move off this 33rd pick a little bit. We're not replacing CJ, not Dante. We signed a corner. Yeah, but we didn't replace him. I mean, we got Troy Hill and Dane Jackson. I don't know if I can rely on either one of those guys. And then besides that, you got DiCaprio Booty behind them and Deshaun Jameson. And I don't know if I can rely on that. I mean, a lot of talent here for sure. I'm thinking I take this 33rd pick. I trade back. I'm going to take this 142. I'm going to go 33. I'm going to take 130. I'm going to take the 33rd pick. That 142. Try to move off of that. Let's see if the Colts will move that. Okay. Yeah, but ooh, I'm pushing my luck. Okay. I don't like that though. It gives me some moves to move off of. I like that 117 too. That 33 is a pick that could be sitting overnight, getting some wild offers for sure. That's tasty. That is very tasty. 69%. All right. We could hit the Giants back up. Let's see about the Eagles. Give me that 50. No, not 53. You give me that 120. That 171. And that 210. That way I have a little something extra in between that 240. All right. That worked out. I don't know if that's realistic or not, but I like it. All right, so that moves with the Eagles. They get Peyton Wilson. I'm cool with that. Bo Nix, I'm cool with it. Zach Frazier, okay, I'm cool with it. TJ Tampa, okay, I'm cool with it. Kamari Laster, all right, I'm cool with it. All right, now say wide receiver, tight end, running back, guard, corner, defensive tackle, edge. I hate that I have to continue to do this. Linebacker. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to go with here at this 39th pick. And I'm going to go and head. I always take Chris Broswell. I wish that I could switch it up. I'm going to probably take this corner, Enos Rakestraw. If you don't know anything about Enos Rakestraw, you need to get to know him. Now, zone coverage, he's good. Man coverage needs a little bit. Completion ratings, pretty low, actually. Completion ratings actually pretty low. Kind of, sort of. It could be better. 0 interceptions, targeted. He played 9 games, 465 snaps, coverage snaps 27, targeted 18 receptions 18 out of 28, so passer ratings like 96.9. I mean, the thing is with him is that he's got a great I will say this: the kid's got a great understanding of the game. Okay, his man coverage skills need some work, but he's definitely a physical corner. Okay, very disrupting on technical receivers. So guys with good route trees, he's very he makes them mess up a lot. All right. Remarkable twitch movement, got great agility. Very good at changing direction, so good hip movement. His length is the significant advantage he has because it enables him to go up and get contested catches and disrupt those passing lanes. Got a great, excellent football IQ. Identifies the offensive schemes very well. Makes smart plays both in zone and man coverage. If you go watch his film, he's better in zone. I'll be honest with you. PFF got this right. I mean, he's definitely better in zone coverage. Right? He does get beat man to man sometimes, but and that's because of his sometimes his lighter frame. Even though as physical as he is, his lighter frame kind of messes him up in that aspect of things. So I like him here. So I already traded back, my friend. So I'm going with the trade's already been done. So I'm going to go a different route here. I'm switching it up, man. Like I feel like I go Zach Frazier every single time. I still think I'm going to be able to get Van Pran. But I also got extra draft capital just in one trade. Yeah, no, Rock. I got to mix it up. I feel like all my mock drafts have been the same lately. But that's time I told y'all today that I was going to go give you some insight. All right. Adiza Isaac, it's still right there for the taking. But then Ricky Parasol. I know. I always land Zach Frazier. I got to switch it up. I can't do the same thing every single time. All right. Ricky Parasol or Adiza Isaac? That is the question here. Because again, I know a lot of people think Ladd and Ricky are the next comings of, for some reason, Cooper Kupp. I just think we got to stop jumping the narrative on that real quick. Personal favorite was the one where you got Chop at 33. I know Chop has done him a lot of favors with his draft day and his combine. So right now, him falling to us at 33 seems near impossible. I've seen people still get him at 33. I just don't know. I just don't know if he's going to fall. I really don't. Parasol's a dog, and I'm a Gamecocks fan. Yeah, well, then you must have watched the same Florida game I watched this year. Then Rock, and I'm a Gamecock fan too. So you must have watched the same Florida game I got. All right, so again, we got a corner. We went a different route. We went and got a corner. All right, so would you say the wide receiver position is more important than the pass rusher position for the Panthers right now, or would you say the pass rusher position is more important than the wide receiver position? Me personally, I think you have to go with the pass rush. Right? I mean, I'm going to get a center. There's no doubt about that. I'm going to get a center in this draft. Okay? But my question to you guys is, right, draft analysis. I mean, my draft analysis on him is he does have weaknesses. I mean, everybody does. I go based off of what I've seen on game film. And I'll show y'all. I'll show y'all my new. See, I'm coming out with a new draft board. Here it is. This is what my new draft board looks like right now. I've done the quarterbacks. I've done the running backs. I don't know if I finished. Yeah, I haven't finished the running backs yet. Wide receivers, I was just getting started. I'm just getting started on them. So I'm still working on it. I'm gonna do every position. I'm still working on it. What do I think about Dial? I like Dial. You know, with these, it's hard for me because these Gamecocks, man. I think he's very effective out of the slot. I'll say that. I think he's very effective out of the slot. He's got great. He stays low, backpedals well. I would also say that he shows excellent instincts when he's looking down the field in zone coverage. He's extremely aggressive, right? But the problem is for him, and he's fast, that's for sure. But he isn't great in the route recognition. That's his issue. He's hesitant sometimes. Okay. Especially when it comes to like a wide receiver giving him a double move, right? Sometimes he also sometimes gets like very handsy, like unnecessarily, right? So that would be my negatives for him. And I felt like he also a little bit gave up too many big plays this past season. That's just me. Yeah, no problem. All right, so let's see this then. All right, so wide receivers, who do we have left? All right, be good. Would you rather have Ricky Parasol or would you rather have Keon Coleman in this offense? Or would you rather have Xavier Leggett or Xavier Worthy? There's your 4 picks at wide receiver. I'm curious, be good. Would you rather have any of those guys over Ricky Parasol? Because if so, I know who I'm going with this pick. So, chat, not just be good. How about this, chat? Ricky Parasol, Keon, Xavier Leggett, or Xavier Worthy. Put the initials of the college that they play for in the chat to let me know who you like. And then based off of that. Oh, you know what I could do? Here we go. All right. Here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it fun for you. I'm going to start a poll real quick. Okay. We're going to add 2 more options to this. Okay. Pick a. Here you go. Pick a wide receiver. And I'm going to put a poll up. I'm going to go. We'll go. I'm going to put XL for Xavier Leggett. I'm going to put XW for Xavier Worthy. I'm going to put RP for Ricky Parasol. And I'm going to put Keon Coleman. So KC for Keon Coleman. Starting the poll now. There's your poll. Pick a wide receiver. All right. Okay. We got I'm going based off the poll, guys. So I put a poll up. Y'all vote. So in the poll, you can pick who you want. All right, we got 4 votes, 5 votes. Up, 4 votes, 5 votes. All right, 60% right now at Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman. Oh, 50-50. We got XL and KC. 1 minute's gone by. I'll give it 2 more minutes. I'll give it 2 more minutes. XW is worthy, yes. So just all you have to do is AJ Marshall, go in the poll and vote for me, please. XW is worthy, yes. KC or XL. That's up to you, Zach. That's up to you to decide, my friend. Right now, XL's at 44%, XW's at 11%, and KC, which is Keon Coleman, I know. So maybe we got, XL's takes the lead at 50%. 2 minutes has gone by. 2 minutes ago. All right. 1 more minute. Once it says 3 minutes ago, I will close the poll and we will go with the next one. This is how I'm getting you guys involved. I'm gonna start making these polls for you guys to help me with these mock drafts. We're doing this one together. We'll finish this one up together. So far, 55% XL. Well, if that's the case, then I'm not taking XL here. I'll take XL in the next pick. $11 votes so far. There's 26 people are watching. KC. Flame for Jesus, go watch his game film, please. That's all I'm going to say. Because Leggett not all of his plays are just long ball highlights. I can tell you that right now. I can show you plenty of the highlights of him getting open and him running across the field. Let's see. Here we go. Actually, here, we'll go with this one instead. Let me go back. I mean, here's against Georgia. I'll just show you the clip against Georgia. All right, here he is right here. Okay. That was an out route. Look, out, bam, cut. I have. He doesn't get open quick. Okay, so what was that? Oh my God. Like, you're telling me that's not getting open quick? What? Oh my God, that out route wasn't open quick. Why does this say Xavier Leggett versus Georgia, but it keeps showing like tight end plays? It's not even Leggett. They're not even all right, this is bullshit. Give me something good. Okay, cross the middle. Watch this. He gone. He gone. Right across the middle. So you telling me Bryce can't do that? Can't throw that ball? No, that's just filthy hands. I mean, that post route was good though. Damn, maybe we should. Jesus, he's just a freaking beast though. Everyone they're throwing though is downfield. I wonder. I gotta figure out. That's nice. Damn. Wow, this I remember this play. I can just filthy. Just goes up and snatches that. That's absolutely filthy. Just absolute filthy. Damn. Oh. Did you see that play? He put that boy on skates. You want to see that again? Watch this. He puts that Kentucky boy on skates. Watch this. Right there. Well, ooh, got his ass. Sit your ass down. Just absolute filthy. Damn. That's that post route was nasty though. I mean, that's a quick post. Dude, if Kansas City drafts him, man, it's game over. It's game over. Or yeah, if Lamar has him or Josh Allen has him, game over. This is fucking. I mean, dude, like you can't make this shit up. That was a quick dig route there. Looks like a dig. No, kind of. It's an out, kind of like an out route. Oh, bam. All right. Where's the poll at? Well, we're going based off the poll anyways. So we're going based off the poll anyways. XL is the poll winner. 15 votes. So we're gonna go with that. Even though you guys don't want him. All right. So with that being said, now I gotta go my edge rusher here. And of course, I'm gonna take a D's Isaac here. He's also country. He's from Mullins, South Carolina. Mullins. Y'all don't know where Mullins is. All right. Well, we ain't getting Xavier Legette because he went 56 to Dallas. Oh my God. Ricky Parasol, Jermaine Burton, Xavier Legette, Xavier Worthy. God dang. All these people went off the board. Brooks. Well, I guess we ain't getting Xavier Legette. So if it's me, guys, out of these four guys, or out of the guys that I have left, for me, I'm taking Malachi Corley. I'm taking the guy that has the route tree, who gets yards after the catch, who can get open. Like, that's why this guy's so good. Yards per route run. He's not a contested catch guy, but he gets open. That's what he does. I mean, it's like you're kind of getting another Deontay Johnson, for so to speak. I like Brendan Rice. I mean, even out of even over Devontae Walker, Javon Baker, I'd rather get Malachi Corley. I'd rather get Malachi Corley. Because the thing is about Malachi is that people don't realize, number one, his nickname's the Yak King. What does that mean? Yards after the catch. Number two, he is he's got the elite athletic skills. Okay. He is a terror in run after the catch scenarios. Okay. Great hand skills. He can catch balls away from his frame. That's also what makes intriguing about him. He's got a massive radius, catch radius, despite how big he is. And he may not be an instant fit as a traditional receiver, but his abilities to get open is nothing short of extraordinary if you watch his game film. The guy also has a multi background in positions in high school. He also transitioned from corner to wide receiver. Physical play style, aggressive again after the catch. I like, if even with the rest of this draft class, I'm still picking Malachi Corley here. I mean, fighting for Jesus. Well, as I'm going through making my draft board, I have to continue to watch game film and understand what they're good at. Well, I already got a corner. Peyton Wilson's already gone. And I don't want Peyton Wilson because he has an ACL tear and he's had to have shoulder surgery and he's played 5 years in the NCAA. So again, I know we put that poll up here. So I'm going to end that poll. So because we were all voting on the wide receiver we were going to get. And so for me, I'm going to trade this 65th pick. I'm going to move with let's see if I can get a decent, let's see. I want to get something around 90 or 80. No, because where is he going? Like 81. So if I go like, what's Detroit got? 73. 164. That's nothing I need. Raiders 77. 112. That doesn't fit the mold that I need. Giants, you got the 70th pick. What do you have in between? Ooh, I could get that 66 pick back. Jets, what do you got? 72. Okay. Trying to think what I need. 20. That's 19 picks in between, 21 picks in between, 30 picks in between. I wonder if I could get them to take that. All right, perfect. All right. Yeah, I'll get a tight end. This is the golf shirt. This isn't even UNC. Like I'm not like a UNC fan. I'm a Gamecock fan. I just like the color of the shirt. All right, perfect. All right, so now I'll go ahead. Dude, I really need Cedric Van Pran though. I really need Cedric Van Pran. Where's Cedric Van Pran at? Is he still on the board? Oh man, I want Van Pran. I just don't know if I'm gonna get Van Pran. Fuck. This is tough. All right, let's go. Let's go ahead and get Corley out the way. I hope Van Pran falls, but he won't. Someone's gonna take him here. Someone's gonna take him. Dorless is off the board. Sweat's gone. Javon Baker's gone. Okay. Jalen Wright. I like Jalen Wright a lot. Blake Fisher. Oh, Max Melton. I know. But I wanted to get a guy. But we got a guy that can get open. All right. We got a good guy with a great route tree. So no Van Pran at 101. Probably not. Probably not. Oh, Cardinals will take him. Nope. But now the Bucks got JPJ, so they won't take him here. It might be the Jaguars that take him. It might be the Jaguars that take him. Oh no. Or it might be the Steelers. The Steelers take him here. Oh, fuck. Are you from Lancaster or near there? I have family out there. Now I'm near the beach, man. I'm near the beach in South Carolina. So but Lancaster is not that far. Lancaster's not that far. No Van Pran, Dallin Holker. We can dream big. Yes, we can. All right. So far we've gone corner, pass rusher, and we went Malachi Corley wide receiver. Now, here's the thing. Now we still need a center. There's still decent centers out there, and that's fine. I'm okay. I wanted Van Pran. No, I am not an island boy. Those guys are a bunch of. Never mind. I'm just gonna keep my comments to myself. I just don't fuck with them. All right, so tight end, running back. That's all I got to say. We still need a center, defensive line, linebacker. Now, we got some decent draft picks left here. Yeah, Jadarius. I just can't stand those guys. Linebackers. I'm probably gonna go with Maurice. If I had to go with anyone, I'm going with Maurice Liafu out of Notre Dame. because he's 6'2", 239. He ran a 4.6 40. The thing I like about him though is that he's good in coverage. All right, he's pretty good in coverage. I will say that he gives very few yards up after the catch. And he's got the speed to chase down receivers, but very good to line up against tight ends, obviously. Now, the cool thing is he's projected to contribute inside a linebacker, either 4-3 or 3-4 defense. So it works out there. Good to know. I did not know that. I mean, at least from PFF, they say he can do either one. Now, I was going to say he's a great blitzer, but looks like they already have that in there exceptionally as a blitzer. The reason why he's so good at blitzing is that he closes those gaps quickly because of his speed. Great sense of awareness when it comes to zone coverage. Very good there. The only problem I have with him is he's not a guy that's going to put you on the edge, right? Every down, and consistently create pressure. Okay. Sometimes he shows poor instincts when he's up the field trying to locate the ball against the run. He's a little bit on the small side. His frame is pretty much maxed out. All right, let's be honest. Unless he decides to take steroids, then we can work around that. If we get Keon Coleman or Mitchell, how many yards do we expect them to have their rookie year? I think a good rookie season, we're talking 800, 900 between the set. I would say 800 yards. I think a good rookie season for a guy is 800 yards. Mm. So, but he's the best linebacker here, kind of. Well, I mean, Dwayne Carter's kind of right there. Dwayne Carter wouldn't be bad. And then Audric Esteem, but I don't think he's going to fall. Cooper Beebe wouldn't be bad. He could fall to that. I mean, you can maneuver Beebe around. He can play left guard, left tackle, right tackle. Cade Stover. All right. But again, I can get that linebacker now. But who else is on the board? All right, hold on. Let me look at the linebackers that are left. Eisberg, Barrett, Steely, Chambers, Tyrone Harper. I do like Tyrone still, even though PFF gave him a grading. Steely Chambers. So, and then what do I have? JD Bertrand, Cedric Gray, Michael Barrett. I could still get. Okay, Tylen Eichenberg. I could get. I think. I could get Bo Zlimmer, but then I could get Drake. Drake might fall. But I always go with Bogues because lately I haven't been able to get either Zach. If I don't get Zach Frazier in the second, I don't get Van Pran. So then I end up going with Bogues Limmer. All right, linebacker. Okay, no. Tight end. Okay. Running back. We need Braylon Allen, which I might be able to get his ass actually. Michael Hall might be the move here. Michael Hall might be the move. Doesn't the problem is it says that his best spot is in a league that we're not running a 4-3. So I like Michael Hall though, but Dwayne Carter. I think I might go Dwayne Carter here. I think I might. I think I'm gonna take Dwayne Carter. I'm gonna go Dwayne Carter here. I'm gonna help bolster up that defensive line. And Dwayne Carter's the better fit than Michael Hall, obviously. Now, I'm going to go after someone that everybody's been asking me to pick in my drafts, and I don't pick on him very often at that 120 pick. That's what I'm going to do. All right. I'm ready to go watch some basketball after this. All right. All right. So I'm going to get Braylon Allen. Going running back here. Because every time I don't pick Braylon Allen, I always get picked at. But there's your workhorse running back that everybody's been asking for in this draft. Every time I do a mock draft, it's like, get Braylon Allen. So, oh, shit. What happened? Motherfucker. Sorry for cussing. Sorry for cussing. Zach comes into my thing and shares the news on the rap sheet there. Let me look at this. Panthers add one more. All right. Tight end. Center. Linebacker. Ben Sinnott is right there. Ooh. Oh. I'm gonna go a different route here. I'm gonna take Ben. I don't think I've took Ben last time. Let me look at my last mock draft we did, folks. I'm pretty sure I took Ben. So let me look at that. Took Frazier. Who did I take a tight end? I took Theo. I took Cade in that one. All right. We're going to go Ben. We're going to go Ben Sinnott. If you don't know, Ben Sinnott is a very, very highly talented tight end. Probably one of the most talented I think he's like based off CBS. All right. Now, we get a tight end. We're at 141. I'm still going to actually pull up the wide receiver list, see if there's somebody else there. Running back, we already did that. Guard, corner, we already did that. Linebacker, we still got to get. I haven't picked this guy in a while, but Michael Barrett could add another edge rusher with Nelson Caesar out of Houston, who had 10 sacks last year. Big boy, 6'3", 250. A versatile outside linebacker, as they like to say here, says he's a edge player who can be productive in a rotational role, late down situations. he looks like more like a might be more like a project kind of guy. I don't know. I mean, I could add another pass rusher. I could get Mekhi Wingo and add some more depth to that defensive line. He fits more of the 4-3. I think that Mason Smith fits more of the 3-4. But he ended his 2022 on his career. But again, I think you could still make Micah Wingo. I mean, 6'1", 295. Ooh. Quickness, consistent hand placement. All right. Hey, boy. What wide receivers do I even have left? Luke McCaffrey. Still can get Hayden Hatton at the back end. I can get Hayden Hatton in the back end. All right. This is what I'm thinking here. I got a tight end. I could take a tackle just to add to the depth there, but I don't really need to. Could add Nelson Caesar as an extra outside pass rush. I could get another corner here. Kalen King, I don't really like it. Jacob Cowling is not there anymore. He's off the board because I took Braylon Allen. I already took Braylon Allen. I'm not adding another halfback. I had the time of my life out there, but by where you live, Clay, I was acting the fool, man. Those were my younger years. Dude, it can get it can get nuts here. All right. It definitely can get nuts. So part of me wants to add another pass rusher here. I really want to add another pass rusher because even though I got Adiza Isaac, I think I'm going to take Nelson Caesar and add another outside guy for an outside linebacker position. And I think because I just cannot rely on Amari Barno, DJ Johnson, and just DJ Wanu. I think adding two more of those guys is definitely key there. Part of me still thinks that way. I'm probably going to get another wide receiver here. All right. Good Lord, man. This is a long draft. Okay, you know why? Because it's moving slow. I need to speed this up. All right. Is my guy gone? Drake Nugent's gone. Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, I can still get Tanner Bortolioni, or I can get David McMahon. Ooh. Naheem Pritchett wouldn't be bad here. I think I'm going to go Naheem Pritchett, actually. I think I am going to go Naheem Pritchett. I'm going to take another corner because I need to replace DiCaprio Booty besides freaking Enstraw. Okay. Now, I'm going to get Tanner Bortolioni. How you doing? That has to be Italian. Let me get my steal of the draft. I just got the steal of the draft, man. All right. All right. Damn. B plus. So we took our second pick, 4th, 120. Carolina Beach, that ain't far. Damn, they gave me a C on the Braylon Allen pick. That's dumb. Dude, Hayden Hatton is going to be a fucking steal, dude. Yeah, but be good. I will say this about Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel didn't do himself any favors. He didn't watch game film. Same thing, the reason why Jamarcus Russell never worked out either, because didn't watch game film, didn't give a shit. Same thing Johnny Manziel is. That's the case I can make for Johnny Manziel. At least Bryce puts the work in. Johnny Manziel was trash, and so was Jamarcus Russell. Jamarcus Russell wasted his freaking life away. And so did freaking Johnny Manziel. I mean, both of them screwed themselves over. They did it to themselves. They didn't want to put the work in. I mean, Jamarcus Russell took a freaking videotape and sent it back to the Raiders and said, yeah, watch game film. It was a blank tape. Like, what? Like, you talk about a guy that doesn't give a shit. Holy hell. All right, guys. Well, I'm hopping off. That was fun. I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. It's going to be a shitty weather day here tomorrow. I might even go live tomorrow. Normally, I don't go live on Friday. I probably won't. I normally don't go live on Saturdays, but I might go live tomorrow. So we'll see. So I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. The mock drafts are fun. There's no telling what this team's going to do, man. I know that the first 3 picks, I have a feeling it's going to be, they say the best player available, but I think it's also going to be the best player available at that position of need. I really think that they're going to go center, guard, or center, wide receiver, pass rusher, and whoever's there, that's who they're going to go with. That's who I think. But again, I don't know. Yeah, I will. I'll be live. I might be live this weekend. Go ahead. Have a blessed Friday. Go enjoy the March Madness, and hopefully none of your guys' brackets get worse. All right, because mine can't get any worse than it already is. So again, appreciate everyone joining the live stream. As always, make sure you pound the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new content. All right. Peace.